Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hoover Lux, bienvenido, croeso ahlan bika, assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel, Dorian here. We have got part 2 of Beige Betty. It's now Saturday, it's been a couple of days and her bag is nice and clean and everything about her is nice and clean, but I haven't done anything in here yet. So what I need to do, I got the spring out of the bin as well, by the way. So what I need to do, this is going to be part 2 of putting Beige Betty back together. I will just show you the bag. Looks amazing and it smells absolutely fantastic, and the zip works a heck of a lot better and she's a lot cleaner on the inside. So what we're going to be doing today is putting it all back together and getting it up and running and demoed. But I haven't done anything to the motor yet. I did put some of that oil on, which does make a difference on it. It's a lot better. And what I'm going to be doing, when I put it together, I'm going to cushion the motor more, because the sponge on it had rotted, and that was making what I think anyway, was making the motor make a heck of a noise because it was rattling around. So we're going to protect that motor a lot more than it was before. So I need to put away some bits, tidy up. I'm going to move you closer and we're going to clean the motor and put it all back together, but I'm going to do it on fast forward like I normally do because I don't want to bore you all to tears again. So let's get started. I will see you in a second. Okay, so I've got all the bits here and I've moved you closer so now you can see. What I'm going to be doing is working on cleaning up the motor, putting it all back together. So I'll put you on fast forward for this. I have to stop the time-lapse thing because I came to a complete and utter stop when I was trying to put the motor back together. I couldn't get it to fit right. It just didn't fit right. I went back and watched my video 100 times, literally frame by frame over what I'd done, and the motor had been put back together the wrong way. Obviously this has been repaired or something's been done to it at some point, and the motor hadn't been put back in the right position. This suppressor should be facing the other way around so that it will slide into these grooves. So it's been repaired, and when they put it back together, I mean, that is the way it should be, because the blue wire is close to that side, the brown wire is close to that side, but the suppressor is the wrong way around to fit in there. So I went back and watched the videos frame by frame, and I put the motor back together the way that it was in originally to make this fit into it properly, and the motor was the wrong way around. It was just not in right. So I'm going to put the motor back together and I'll come back to you in a second. Right, so what I've done is I've swapped this suppressor around so that now it should fit better. Still a little bit tight, but it should now. It fits in there properly, but this was on the wrong way around. It just did not make any sense when I was trying to put it together because I hadn't removed any of the wires from the suppressor. I hadn't pulled these pins out, so I was just going to leave it as it is and leave it in there. Right, okay, so we got that back on eventually. Now let's get the cover for her. So there we go. So I got the cover. What I need to do is put, because the sealant in here is completely knackered, I'm going to put a tiny little bead of sealant, put this on, and then seal it up. Right. That's done. Sealed in. Just wiping off any excess. And there we go. I hate using sealant, it gets everywhere. Right. That is now one clean motor. And it sounds... It's never going to sound like a Miele, but that's definitely done it the world of good. Her heart is beating good, hopefully. Test will be when I put it back together, but never mind. Right. Next, I have got... What is next? Let's get the motor in. Lovely supple again. Nice and clean. Pop these back onto the motor. Nice clean seals. Yep, that's the way it's going to go on. So I'm going to put these bellows back on. So I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the inside of this to help it slip on nicely. And one of these tags. There we go, girl. Got your bellows on, lads. Make sure I get that. Nice and tight. Yeah, there we go. So that is on. Now I just need to slide the motor into here. So I'm just going to paint the face of this with a little bit of grease, just so I can get it on easier. And a teeny weeny bit this side as well. And I need to sort out now the cushioning for the motor to fit into, because that sponge is rotten. So okay, so I've cut 2 new pieces of sponge that are going to work for the dampening. So what I need to do is slide Betty's heart in this end first, making sure that's there, and then I can slide in her other end. Oh, that's come off. Hang on. There we go. Fantastic. Position there. Perfect. So the motor is in and it is now cushioned. Why did I wear white? Brilliant. Bellows are on. That's on. Motor's in. Excellent. Now let me get the bracket on. Motor bracket. Nice. So there we go. Her motor is now back into position. Excellent. Right, hang on a second. I don't know if you noticed, but I just went in my parts bucket. I haven't put the fan on. I bet you were all like, "He hasn't put the fan on. He hasn't put the fan on. He hasn't put the fan on." I haven't put the fan on. Oh, dude. The fan is now on. Oh, what am I like? I'm going to check my inventory on my parts bucket before I go any further. Right. Oh, nothing like it, is there? Nothing like it. Right. Let me get this back on, just so I don't forget that. There we go. There's that. And those. Oh, and the pedal. There we go. Right, let me go get the cable ready. Right, so I got my handle here, which is nice and clean. Now I just need to feed the wire down through this end. I'm just going to take that off. I'm just feeding it through here. Come on, Mr. Wire. This is a pain in the bottom. Let me see if I can do it this way. There we go. This is why I need a bigger workspace. Let me move some of my bits down. So I can move this down. And then I can move this down. And sit there. Oh, it's being one today, I tell you. It is being one today. There we go. Right, I'm going to put bit of grease on this plastic. And here. And a bit around this. And a bit around that. That way I can feed the bellows through this. Excellent, now that is connected and that is connected. Now I just need to put these wires back on. Brown. And blue. Excellent. Brilliant. Right, let's get the foot pedal on. Tiny little bit of grease on the foot pedal spring. Excellent. Stay there, Mr. Pedal. Now I'm going to put these two brackets back on. Main body brackets. I watched a video last night. Steve from Mad About Hoovers, he's got one of these drills. Sorry, electric screwdrivers. You won't regret it, they're bloody good. The only thing I regret are these bloody screws. Oh, come on, really? Excellent, one side done. Betty does not want to play today. Right. Excellent. Now I just need to feed that through a bit. On there for a second to make it a bit easier to stay in place. You think there would be some sort of like screw to hold this in. I mean, even though it still would have been better if it would have had a screw of some sort to make sure these didn't pop off. Right, okay, we are there. We are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. Next, what have I got? Got this handle mechanism bits to put on. There. I'll stick that on after anyway. That is for that. That. Come on, you bugger. Going to tighten this up just enough. Now I got the screws to put in there, which will be when I put that on. There should be another one of these. Where did I put it? That screw that I found in the previous video that I thought was the spare sole plate was actually for this. Put a little bit of glue on this one, and when you screw down it actually grips the underneath as well, so it's on really tight, so that's not a problemo, thankfully. So let me get this cover on. There we go. Lovely jubbly. On perfectly. Now, before I carry on with any more of the bag or wherever, I'm going to finish off this bit. Oh, the handle's nice and secure on it. The bellows now move really good as well. They move a lot more freely, a lot more flexible. Let me get the height adjustment malarkey on. Better. There we go, that's that one on. Flip her over. And pop her wheels on. I much prefer the old way that this was put on. I'm not a fan of this way. No, that can't be right. Oh, I know what you're doing, do you? Nah, you're supposed to put them there. Alright, try it again. There we go. Excellent. Now, back onto this. Let's put her lovely beige bumper back on. There we go, a little bit of plastic polish on that and it'll come up a treat. Now the piece de resistance. Look at that. Got rid of all the marks, everything. That's all I'm going to do is do a quick polish of it. Absolutely looks amazing. Amazeballs. Dooby dooby doo boo. Right, we've got the hood screws. Oh, I knew she wasn't going to play ball from the start. I knew it. Let's get these screws down in there. Pop this on before I forget. The belt guard. I got her lovely caps. Nice and clean. There we go, caps on for the lads. Now before I go any further, I just need to do a quick... Look at that. Doesn't she look good? I need to sort out the brush roll. I just need to remove that tiny bit of grease and re-grease the bearings with some of my lovely Singer oil. Oh, actually, no, do you know what? I think I'm going to use some of the thicker grease on that. So, I'll come back to you once I've sorted out this. So there we go. One brush roll. I'm going to use the belt the spare belt that came with it, the Qualtax belt. Get the brush roll into position. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Where's my spray oil? Oh. A little bit of spray oil in these wheels. Down in here. Excellent, we are taking shape. It is taking shape. So let's get the base plate on. Yeah, come on. Got some spare screws here somewhere. Hang on, let me go get a spare screw. I found a little silver screw there to fit in it. Right, so that is Betty's undercarriage, all done, dusted, sorted, cleaned up, lubricated, and I'm just going to give her a bit of a Brazilian with some lovely wax. Just to make it shine a bit. Excellent. That looks really good now. I'm really pleased with that. It looks really nice. It wasn't really in bad condition to begin with. It just needed a bit of a clean. But that definitely looks a lot better. Let me get a cloth. We finished with that now. That's all the screws for that anyway. So I shall pop that out of the way. It's very funny, Sam was doing this, Sam from Beko 1987, he was putting together a power head of a Vorwerk, and he admitted that he hadn't done a screw card for it. And I was like, you were always telling me to do screw cards, but he is far more advanced and experienced when it comes to those things, so I will still be using them for now anyway. Right, okay, so that is all done underneath. Looking lovely, love, looking lovely. Before I go any further, what I'm going to do, before I put the bag back on, because that's the finishing bits and then the cable, I still need to do the polishing machine on her. But because she doesn't have a ginormous bag door, you know, like, you know, she's a soft bag, I can do it like this, no problem. So I'll come back to you once I've given her a good old wax. Beige Betty has been machine polished with the, where is it, V36 cutting polish, and then waxed and shined with the absolute Auto Finesse Ultra Glaze, paint glaze. So she looks really amazing. Look at it. Absolutely fantastic. There are some deep scratches on it, which is absolutely no way they're going to come off, but she's got her shine back. Betty's back. Betty's back. Right. So now I've done all that and waxed her and polished her and cleaned her up, what I need to do now is to get the bag all back together. So I've got the bag bits here. What I need to do is to get some of that really good Gorilla Tape. Hang on, this is what I'm going to use to strengthen the bag in here where it's breaking. So I need to do 2 small strips. Now you're not going to see this because it's on the inside. So I can see it there. And on the other side where it's just starting. Hang on a second, Joe, what you doing? Get it lined up first, mate. Right. Nope. That's better. Go. Right. That is the base of the bag back on where it should be. 4 screws to get it on. Actually, hang on, that doesn't seem to be directly in the centre. Yeah. Just checking, it didn't quite look right. Wrong one. Next we're going to put the bellows back in, and to help with the seal of that I'm going to put a little bit of grease around it to help keep it sealed. I need to get those hooks back on. Take out those screws. There we go. Excellent. So there we go. Oh, you can't see. Oops. There we go. So that's all the inside all done, all put back together. Let's get a bag for here. So I got one of my filter flow bags to fit in it, which I know are very big, but they really do help with airflow. As long as you pop it in right. Tuck it in lovely. Like on a Kirby. There we go. Perfect. So she's got her lingerie on. Now she just needs a little bit of Chanel. There we go. Now, we're done. Apart from one thing. We need to put the cable. So, I have got this cable from the Centria, which matches perfectly. And I have a really, really nice MK plug that I put through the dishwasher and cleaned it, and it looks like new. So I'm going to use, because this is also a bit beige, it's got to go, isn't it? So I'm going to put Beige Betty in there. So let me get my wire cutter. Excellent. And I'm going to take this off. Actually, I might have to take that off because I think it's connected to it. There we go, you can't see it. Make sure I got the right. Hang on. Yeah. Pop that on. I put one of those air fresheners in the Dyson handheld. In where the filter goes. Smells lovely. Right. Oh, you little monkey. Switch. Ah! Oh, where did that go? I can see it. Hang on. God, I'm getting old. 50 next year. Right. Get that in there. Get that in there. Get this back on. Excellent. Make sure the wires are tightened up. Now I can pop the cover on. Oh, that matches perfectly. Right, there we go. Let's wind her cord up. Her new lovely beige cord. And voila. Need to get the plug. Well, I got the plug. I need to get a fuse. Let me go get a fuse. Okay, and there we go. There she is. She's got a lovely MK beige plug on it with a lovely now beige cord. Let's switch her on and see what it's like. So, plug it in. Okay, I'm going to put our height right up to full. Let's go. Drop the cable and put the spring back on the bag. Let's try it again. I did it again. I went to switch off the vacuum cleaner and I switched you off instead. Let me listen to that. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Now I can actually, the most noise I'm getting is the amount of airflow that is coming out from this bag, and I'll just show you this. If I take it out, the airflow before was absolutely dreadful. I can actually hear the air pushing through this. It's amazing. So the force of airflow that's coming through there is definitely increased. How? I have absolutely no idea. That's all I've done is strip her down and clean her. That's all I've done. I haven't done anything. I haven't souped up the motor. I haven't done anything like that. But now I think we shall give her a go on the floor. Okay, Beige Betty's on the floor. Let's turn her on. Fantastic. So much better than what she sounded like a few days ago, and a heck of a lot cleaner than what she looked a few days ago. It's taken 20 years off her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Mad About mess on the floor and we will give her a pickup demo. All the mess is now down on the floor. I'm going to give her one pass back and forth. She did very, very well there. She picked up everything through that line. Let's carry on using her. I'm just lowering you down. And yeah, let's have a quick demo of her. Okay, so there we go. Here we have Beige Betty. Cleaned, polished, waxed, Brazilianed, you name it. She's had it done. She looks a heck of a lot younger than what she was. And she certainly performs a lot better than what she did. So let me just pop her plug back on. So there we go. There's Beige Betty. A little bit of confusion over that for sorting out the motor, but it doesn't seem to be any issues. This isn't going to be, or never was, a quiet machine. She's old, and do you know what I mean? Compared to what it was like, oops, it's definitely in a lot better condition than a few days ago. That cord thing is a bit of a pain. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So that is Betty done and dusted. I've got another one to start in the series on the Gables, the ones I got from Andy. I'm not sure which one I'm going to work on next, but obviously you will see in the next video. I've enjoyed working on Beige Betty. It was fun. The difference in her, in the marks and everything, it's made it. She just looks so different. It just works really, really well. So I'm glad to have her as part of the collection, and I hope you've enjoyed these 2 parts of me restoring her and bringing her up to scratch. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to be featuring her in a few more videos of when I'm vacuuming around the house and everything. I'll feature her a couple more times and give her a demo. So anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Please comment, like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please, I try and answer everybody back. So, you know, I will get round to you eventually, if not straight away. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now.